everybody. Coming up on today's show, Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar will be joining us, everybody. But first, you know, we've all been freaking out about the escalating war of words between, you know, the crazy guy with the hairdo and Kim Jong-un. Well, it turns out there might be another nuclear event on the horizon, but it's between the two most populous countries in the world.
India and China are in a tense standoff right now. This is over a move by China to build a road through a contested border region. Now, India has responded by deploying its military. Now, Chinese troops have also arrived in the area. There's growing concern that this could turn into an actual conflict.
A new video showing Chinese and Indian soldiers clashing near the Indo-Tibetan border. You can see soldiers from both sides fighting and throwing rocks at each other.
Whoa, wait. Throwing rocks? India and China fought by throwing rocks at each other? Like, you know, the guy behind the camera was like, "Third world star!" What are you doing? Your armies. That is insane. Like, that's the kind of fight you expect to see in a Wendy's parking lot, not between two nuclear superpowers. I don't know. But by the way, if you look at that picture of the beach, if you zoom in, you'll see that this whole time Chris Christie was chilling on the beach. That's what they were fighting about.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
So is Chris Christie. That's why there's a war. While we're on the subject, let's talk about war. Huh? Good God, yo. What is it good for? Making someone look presidential. That's what. Last night, President Trump took a quick break from night golfing to speak to the nation in a major primetime address. It was a good speech, and he successfully read it.
Fox News alerted new strategy for Afghanistan. President Trump announcing his plan for America's longest war.
President Trump now promising to pump additional troops into the war-torn country.
From now on, victory will have a clear definition. Attacking our enemies, obliterating ISIS, crushing Al-Qaeda, preventing the Taliban from taking over Afghanistan, and stopping mass terror attacks against Americans before they emerge.
So one clear. Eric, got it. Like I'm sorry, look, I know that he's been president for 7 months, but seeing Donald Trump making military decisions is still weird for me. I mean, he must be the first human being in history who gets to command an army after starring in a Pizza Hut commercial. It's just a little strange. But I will say this, I shouldn't prejudge. Maybe Mr. Pizza Hut does have a new plan. The only problem is, while we do know that Trump has decided to send more troops to Afghanistan, that's pretty much all we know. Trump's actual strategy is like his position on Nazis. It's unclear.
The president gave very few details about his new strategy for Afghanistan. It did involve increased troop levels, but he gave no specifics. He also set no end date, very few specifics, and even fewer benchmarks.
One way or another, these problems will be solved. I'm a problem solver. And in the end, we will win.
Yeah, Trump is a problem solver the same way Godzilla is a city planner. Yes. The only way Donald Trump can consider himself a problem solver is if he stops creating problems.
You guys are so lucky. I was about to do something, but I stopped myself. Problem pre-solved.
Now, last night, one thing we all noticed was that we were listening to Book Report Trump, you know? No crazy tangents, no crowd work, just complete sentences and coherent thoughts, focusing on the words. But there were still definitely glimpses of freestyle Trump.
Terrorists who slaughter innocent people will find no glory in this life or the next. They are nothing but thugs and criminals and predators and, that's right, losers.
That's right, losers. You're in my vocabulary now.
Even as he is escalating a war, Trump has to throw in his catchphrase. Can you imagine if President Obama did that? Can you just imagine if he was like, our special forces have just killed Osama bin Laden. Bazinga. Yesterday's speech was a little surprising from Trump. First of all, because he didn't bring up the Electoral College for a change, and more importantly, he flip-flopped on every Afghanistan campaign promise he made, right? Because remember, he promised fewer troops, he promised fewer wars, and he flip-flopped on that. And to his credit, he acknowledged the flip-flop straight up.
The commander-in-chief made it clear he's listening to his generals, who say the way to beat the Taliban and ISIS is with more boots on the ground.
My original instinct was to pull out. And historically, I like following my instincts.
We got this made
But
in the
all my
shade.
life, I've heard that decisions are much different when you sit behind the desk in the Oval Office. In other words, when you're president of the United States.
Oh, that's what sitting behind the desk in the Oval Office means, being president. I'm so glad he explained it to us the same way General Kelly explained it to him. Listen, who are you? Oh, and by the way, I don't know why we're surprised. It's like, oh, why didn't Trump pull out? He had the 5 kids. He was never going to pull out. Come on. Like, what I will say is shocking, though, is that Trump went against his instinct. Right? His instinct was to pull out of Afghanistan. Then he changed his mind. Right? The question is, how do you convince Donald Trump to not do something? It turns out, by giving him something, he wants to do more.
One of the ways McMaster tried to persuade Trump to recommit to the effort was by convincing him that Afghanistan was not a hopeless place. He presented Trump with a black and white snapshot from 1972 of Afghan women in miniskirts walking through Kabul to show him that Western norms had existed there before and could return.
I gotta say, that's a genius move by the general right there. I mean, Trump may not care about bringing democracy to Afghanistan, but bringing miniskirts, that's a different story.
Afghanistan is a lost cause. We should pull out immediately.
Sir, with more troops, we could get these women showing some leg again.
I want you to put every soldier we have into this country. This is too important. How many troops will it take to get boobs? How many more? Tell me now. Tell me now.
So, President Trump is adding more troops to Afghanistan. And you have to ask yourself what the end goal of the strategy is. Because as much as Trump wants to act like he's doing something different, the truth is he's saying things that sound very familiar.
From now on, victory will have a clear definition.
I owe you a mission that is clearly defined.
We will not dictate to the Afghan people how to live.
We are not in Afghanistan to control that country or to dictate its future.
We must stop the resurgence of safe havens.
We must deny Al-Qaeda a safe haven.
Afghans will secure and build their own nation.
Afghans will have to take responsibility for their security.
Our support is not a blank check.
The days of providing a blank check are over.
Bazinga.
Bazinga! I said it first. Bazinga! Bazinga!
Look, what's clear is that Donald Trump is once again just slapping his name on someone else's project and doesn't really have any new ideas of his own. So here with some fresh thinking on how to handle the war in Afghanistan, please welcome Desi Lydic and Ronnie Chang, everybody. Desi, let's start with let's get it. Actually, before we start, why are you wearing a military outfit?
Because the president clearly only takes advice from generals. Trump will trust people if they have at least 4 stars. Kind of like how I find my gynecologist on Yelp.
I know that Yelp great. Anyway, forget it. So Desi, what are your ideas for the war in Afghanistan?
Well, Trevor, it's simple. We have to build up their democracy, institute voting reforms, give power back to their people.
Sorry to cut you off. George W. Bush did that.
Oh, okay. Idea number 2. We install a friendly warlord to rule Afghanistan and call it a day.
Sorry. The British tried that in the 19th century. That failed.
An aggressive bombing campaign to depopulate the rural
Soviets
areas.
tried that in the 19th century.
Arm the Mujahideen.
Reagan did that in the 19th century.
Okay, you know what? Fine. Let's just send one shirtless super soldier hell-bent on revenge. Huh?
Is that Rambo 3?
These are this. All the Rambos. And it's worked.
Well, all right, Ronnie, do you have any ideas? Yeah.
Wait, are you gonna ask me about my outfit?
Oh, I thought it was just like a cultural Asian thing. I didn't want to be. I didn't want to be racist. I don't know how this works.
Wait, you think Asian people dress like this normally? That's way more racist.
It's like I was trying to know. Okay, sorry, Ronnie. I'm sorry, Ronnie. Why are you dressed like that?
I'm glad you asked, Trevor. You know, I found my idea that what we should do in Afghanistan is send in a private mercenary army overseen by a viceroy. This is not a crazy idea, okay? You should know Steve Bannon actually pitched this idea.
Steve Bannon. Get out of here, man. That doesn't explain why you dressed like Michael Jackson on a Tuesday.
Obviously, in this situation, I would be the viceroy.
Yeah, why you? You're in viceroy experience?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty good at eating grapes that are fed to me by a servant.
How would you even know that you're good at that?
Wait, how do you know?
All right, you know this is going nowhere. This is going nowhere. There's no ideas.
Wait. Okay, you know what? I got it. Maybe we've been thinking about this all wrong. You know, instead of leading Afghanistan on, let's make a commitment and quit pretending we're ever going to lead. You know, America has spent 16 years in Afghanistan. We spent $1 trillion on it, but let's be real. We're in this thing for life. So why not make an airplane out of them and put a ring on it? Let's make Afghanistan the 51st state.
How does that make any sense?
Okay, just think about it. Afghanistan would make a perfect American state. It has tons of pickup trucks, guns, and opiates. It's something for everybody. Republicans will get an influx of super religious conservatives, and Democrats get entire state minorities, and some seriously open borders. Just don't think of it as Afghanistan. Just think of it as really, really West Virginia.
Desi Matic and Ronnie Chang, everybody. We'll be right back.
This. Objective is under attack. Get on it. Time to split. Nothing to stop me. Please. Using a shield generator.
No one can hide from my sight.
I'm not a good loser. Hi. Work together. Push them back. Someone locate that shield. Time to raise my ATM. Cutting
I've got you in my sight. Death walks among you.
Don't move.
This time, I'll finish the job.
Play of the game.
Nerf this.
Double kill. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
Guess you're going
Never
back on
stop
my
fighting for
list,
what you
Anna.
believe in. What happened to you, Gabriel?
This place is a bit posh.
I need healing.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
You're going to be okay. Enemy contact. You're going to. Lock it up. Get in there. Go. I believe you.
How you doing?
My team still needs me. I will keep you here.
We don't need you here. Now, farewell.
Take cover.
I have your back. Die here. Take your medicine.
Get to cover.
Get here. You're going to be okay.
Bad guys.
I will keep you healed.
Gotta be a teleporter around here.
Scratch, you'll be fine.
Knocking them off.
Get back on me. Die, Caesar.
My blade is ready to be unleashed. My riptide is almost ready.
Speed isn't everything.
Meteor strike. Meteor.
لسه في ناس لازم احميهم.
My ultimate's ready.
起来吧。
Iris.
Start your engines.
First round lost. Score 0-1.
your side, ma'am.
Oh, you always wear a charmer.
Don't get cold feet now.
Five, four,
Hello.
3,
Hey,
2,
Haley.
1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
All systems
Soldier
checked
76,
out. Ready for
reporting for
combat
duty.
maneuvers.
Get back in the fight. Get here. It's quiet time. It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
The objective is
Die wieder. I will keep you healed. I've seen worse. You're going to live. Walk it off. Lights out.
Rising
I always get my friend. Go. I'll keep you healed. Die here. It's just a scratch. You'll be fine. This will help. Get back in there.
Meteor strike!
No escape.
This bullshit.
Meteor strike!
double.
Nanoboost is ready to deploy.
I'm getting the feeling they have a shield generator.
Take your medicine. Walk it off.
My ultimate is ready. Time for some mayhem.
Name.
Getting the
Damn it.
You're not getting rid of me.
Someone locate that shield generator.
Go. I'll keep you here.
Freeze! Don't move!
Tactical visor activated.
No power down. Get in there.
Into the iris.
This will help. Take your medicine.
Getting the feeling they have a
What the fuck?
I'm taking the objective. Get over here.
I found the shield generator. Healing in hand. Get back in the fight.
Thanks.
getting the feeling they have a shield generator.
Soldier, please take out the fucking fire. I'm fucking dead.
لسه في ناس لازم احميهم.
Someone locate that shield generator.
You're going to be okay.
Tactical visor ready for deployment.
They're taking the objective. Focus our defenses.
I'm getting the feeling they have a shield generator.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
chance.
Step rider.
Get back in the fight. Hello.
Meteor strike.
Defeat. Play of the game.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Meteor strike.
Now arriving at Ilios. Prepare to attack. Select your hero.
We're all soldiers now.
Hey!
Fully standing around while there's work to be done.
I'm ready to kill.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Help! Ha!
Feel the healing beat. What the fuck?
Mission ain't over.
The objective is now.
Ready.
Patched up.
Damn it!
I found you.
Oh my god.
Back. Hello.
Meteor strike.
Us old dogs learned a few tricks.
Justice reigns for Justice reigns for
Mission ain't over yet.
Hello, hello.
Hello!
Hello, hello.
Thank you. Damn it.
Oh, let's break it! Damn!
I didn't know they have out, so. Whoa!
I don't quit till the fight's done.
Overtime.
I am capturing.
What the fuck?
I've got you in my sights. Meteor strike.
Come on! Everyone on the floor!
Damn it! Defend the objective.
Okay.
Knock me down and I'll keep getting back up.
Justice reigns! Rocket barrage incoming!
Too easy. I don't quit till the fight's done.
Pick it up! Jump out primed and ready! Stephen Colbert!
Have a seat. Please have a seat, everybody. Welcome. Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Late Show. I'm your host, Stephen Colbert. Let me ask you something here. Let me ask you a little personal question. Everybody feeling good? Well, clearly you do not work in the White House because it's Wednesday. And you know what they call that at the White House? We are so hump day. Let me explain to you why. Let me remind you, recap the last couple of days. You know the whole Trump campaign colluded with Russia to influence our election and the didn't happen, don't know what you're talking about? Well, it turns out it did, and they do, because yesterday, Donald Trump Jr. released emails explicitly detailing an invitation by the Russian government to collude, and his enthusiastic acceptance, quote, I love it. Oh, Don, not as much as I do. Delicious. Hey, now listen, just to give you, okay, so that was yesterday. We've had a full news cycle. To give you a sense of the fallout, let me present you with a bouquet of early blooming headlines. The White House is paralyzed. And I'm pretty sure Trump Care does not cover that.
I'm not.
Let's see another one. Ready? Here we go. Here's another headline. The White House is facing a Category 5 hurricane. And remember, Republican presidents have a spotty track record when it comes to dealing with hurricanes. But obviously, that's not fair. Those were the Washington Post and CNN. How about hearing from someone on their side? Try the New York Post. Donald Trump Jr. is an idiot. Yes.
Get over here.
Keep this in mind, and I mean this. They're defending him because the alternative to idiot is inmate. And it's hard to argue that point. Donald Trump Jr. is quickly rising through the ranks of America's most embarrassing Donald Trumps. Things are so bad.
I don't quit.
Things are so bad. Check out this tweet of staffers and White House visitors placing their hands on President Trump and praying for him today. Okay? Either that, or they're playing hands on a soft body. Whoever keeps their hand the longest gets to fire Robert Mueller. So, with his agenda in tatters, with his White House paralyzed, in turmoil, with his family in disgrace, the president did the right thing and headed to France tonight. France, I mean, it's understandable. That's his safe space. Trump's like Jerry Lewis over there. In that, he seems like an idiot. Because this proof of the Trump campaign's collusion may have cost the president something he loves even more than his son. It's going to cost him his favorite catchphrase. Because last night, one White House advisor admitted the Russia story will get worse and worse, and you can't just really say anymore fake news. You just can't say it anymore. Can't say it. I know how Donald Trump's going to feel about that. Sad. So tonight, we bid a fond farewell.
We are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony, fake. You notice now everybody's using the word fake news. When did you hear it first, folks? It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen.
Come here,
fake news. CNN, fake. Whoops, the camera just went off.
Secure.
So, I'm crying fake tears. So, pretty much everybody agrees Trump Jr. was dumb to tweet this stuff. And the smart thing to do would be just to shut up. So last night he went on Fox News and explained why he's not responsible for any of this.
Someone sent me an email.
Me down and
I can't help what someone sends me.
Yes, he can't help. He has to do whatever it says in an email. That's why his apartment is full of Nigerian princes and boner pills. You're going to want to keep them apart. You're going to want to keep those two apart. Hey. Plus, this was way last summer. It was a totally different time.
This is Russia fever. This is pre-Russia mania. You know, this is 13 months ago before I think the rest of the world was talking about that.
Yeah. He colluded with the Russians before people were talking about Russian collusion. Okay? That's like saying, yeah, I fired a gun at that guy, but that was before everyone was talking about this whole murder trial. All right? How did I know? What am I supposed to... Besides, I mean, the meeting was a dud.
It was literally just a wasted 20 minutes, which was a shame.
Yeah, it was all in his Yelp review. 1 star, did not deliver treason to table, would not collude again. And that's going to be harsh. That's going to be harsh for her business. She's going to have trouble shaking that one off. I got some news for you, Don. Just because you didn't get your secret Russian intel doesn't mean you're the good guy here. You never heard the pervs on To Catch a Predator say, wait, what's with the cops? I brought wine coolers. What a waste of 20 minutes. What? Why? Where am I going? What's happening? Don Jr. did learn an important lesson from all this.
In retrospect, I probably would have done things a little differently. I knew more than but hindsight's always 20/20.
He's right. Hindsight is 20/20. And I think a lot of voters will be using hindsight in 2020. Meanwhile, of course, the White House is defending Don Jr. One official said he just wants to hunt, fish, and run his family's real estate business. Yes, why did we force him to get into politics? You know he'd rather be in the forest pursuing his first love, brawny man cosplay. Another. Another anonymous source said, the kid is an honest kid. Okay, pump the brakes a little bit here. This kid is a 39-year-old man. And I gotta say, it's never a good sign when the person sticking up for you wants to remain anonymous. Don Jr. is a good person. Wait, you're not gonna use my name, right? Even Bill O'Reilly rose from the non-spin crypt, tweeting, it was smart to release the emails. Tabloid guys set him up with a Russian lawyer who promised Hillary dirt. She didn't deliver. Leave it to Bill O'Reilly to find a way to blame the only woman in this story. The president, yeah, she's a collude.
Come on, collude.
Clearly, she's a collude tease. Now, the president has been noticeably quiet through all of this, in part because his schedule is unusually light, and he's been watching TV and venting about the investigation. Light? Trump has spent half his presidency golfing. How much lighter can his schedule get? Sir, you have to get up. It's time to go to bed. But
so far.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Look after yourselves out there. I'll get us home safe.
Hey!
For engaging in rigorous physical activity.
Simple. I got you something.
5, 4,
Donald Trump's
3,
presidency
2,
is in a tailspin
1.
after his response to
Attack
Charlottesville, which
commencing.
means once
Capture
again his aides are
objective
privately
A.
wringing their hands while staying silent in public. With one exception, Steve Bannon, who's coming to his defense. For more on this, it's time for a closer look. Of course, the president has promised to defend the criticism for his response to Charlottesville. Apparently, for some of Trump's aides, the problem was not that he defended white supremacists, but that he said it out loud in front of the camera.
Aides in the West Wing were frustrated, exasperated, even stunned, but not so bad. They were stunned that he would go out and say this publicly. Members of the president's staff stunned and hardened that they never exceeded the voluble articulation of opinions that the president had long expressed in private.
The Trump staff isn't upset he's a racist. They're upset we found out about it. Of course we found out about it. Donald Trump was terrible at keeping secrets. Trump was the everlasting fight club. They have this club. It is so tremendous. And they have a first rule. Should I tell you the first rule? I should tell you. Don't talk about fight club.
You're going to.
It's the first rule. For his part, Trump almost seemed relieved to have finally gotten off his chest how he really did. Those posters say he's happy about how his Tuesday press conference turned out.
With the country and his own administration reeling from President Trump's shocking sources tell CNN that the president is, quote, without regret.
Of course he is. Regret. Trump feels regret as often as he feels
I wasn't cut out for retirement
touch.
anyway. Is that it?
And Politico reported yesterday that Trump had lashed out, really out of anger
and that his notorious temper was driving his behavior. White House officials and his formal advisors say the trigger is for his temper, or if he thinks someone is lying to him, if he's caught by surprise, if someone criticizes him, or if someone stops him from trying to do something that seems to control him. So basically, all the things that happen to a president every day. Seriously, Trump's aides talk about it like he's a gorilla at the zoo, which would explain his sign outside the Oval Office. So now Trump's presidency is once again facing a crisis. Let the dragon consume you! Of Trump's allies and Republicans. I've only objective. Frustrated and upset.
Going to be
Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is privately upset with the president's handling. Now, one person who was frustrated with how today played out, Chief of Staff John Kelly.
sterben nicht.
The NBC chair, who is Jewish, was, quote, disgusted and, quote, upset by Trump's comments on White House.
Disgusted, but not quitting. Trump is letting every Republican in the Gollum of Lord of the Rings. I support the president and his agenda.
No! He's a crazy racist! He's gonna get us all killed!
And then there are the two people who were supposed to be moderating influence on Trump, his son-in-law, and daughter, Ivanka. Where were they during all of this? According to New York Times, Ivanka Kushner urged Trump to take a more moderate stand, but as with so many other critical moments of Trump's presidency, the two were on vacation, this time in Vermont. Oh, that is Bernie Sanders' worst nightmare. His home state infiltrated by a millionaire and a billionaire.
With 60 seconds
Every time
remaining.
something goes haywire in the Trump administration, it seems like the would die the Russians.
Meteor strike!
Sun Valley Island. When Trump was showcase, they were in Whistler, Canada for a Passover ski trip. That's right, a Passover ski trip. I hope they left the ski for a line.
Watching your back.
I'm on fire. Thank you.
But not all of Trump's aides and allies tried to distance themselves from Trump's unhinged press conference. He ties the white nationalists to Rome, which is odd because no one can prove the idea that white people are a masquerade more than Steve Bannon. Look at him. He's trying to announce his salute, he throws his back out. He looks like the discarded skin suit used by the alien from Men in Black.
Nano boost is ready to deploy.
Bannon was apparently delighted with the president's white premises. In fact, Bannon celebrated the fact that the conversation has been dominated by the white supremacist rally and the ensuing outrage. He said this to the American Prospect about the Democrats: the longer they talk about identity politics, I got it. I want them to talk about racism every day. If the left is focused on race and identity, and we go with economic nationalism, we can crush the Democrats. Hey man, are you trying to sound evil? I guess it's no coincidence that you look like Watto from Total Recall. Yeah, Andy Samberg. And on top of that, Bannon was defiant when asked about his rivals within the White House. When asked about the more moderate, business-friendly teams of the Trump administration that opposed him, Bannon said they're wetting themselves. To be fair, you'd wet yourself too if you saw Steve Bannon. He's the guy you see in a horror movie when you close the medicine cabinet. Now the timing of Bannon's sudden publicity tour is interesting because with Trump's new chief of staff John Kelly trying to put an end to White House chaos and infighting, and after the nearly
going to be okay.
Trump's Charlottesville response, word started to spread that Bannon's job was in jeopardy.
If Steve Bannon was ever in jeopardy, this would be the time to be in jeopardy.
Steve Bannon allies, they do say this feels very grim for him. It's a bad moment. The Death Watch feels real.
The articles on Mr. Bannon calling him kind of an exile within the West Wing. Here's New York Times, Bannon in limbo.
I don't know if he can limbo, but I'll bet he's been found under the bar a few
Just a
times.
scratch. You'll be fine.
We have a White House paralyzed by chaos, President who defends white supremacists, and the chief strategist who gleefully eggs him on. GOP leaders and Trump aides who say they're disgusting have to actually do something to stop this. Because as of now, this guy might be the president, but he's got this guy lurking right behind him. This has been a closer look.
You're going to. This will help.
The payload has reached the objective.
Back to the payload.
It's going to be okay. Heal up. Exposing the payload.
I've got you in my sights.
You're not getting rid of me that.
I foresee great things for you. This payload isn't going to move. My ultimate is ready.
I've seen worse. You're going to.
You want some cold refreshment?
Go. I'll keep you healed.
The payload moves. We must keep it. Connect my turret. Let's do this. Enemy contact.
Behind you. Get me.
Is ready to be unleashed. Armor here.
Watching your back. Exposing the payload.
60 seconds remaining.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Thank you.
Helden sterben nicht. This will help. I have you. Walk it off.
The dragon consume you.
30 seconds remaining.
The battle draws to its conclusion. Using the
Double kill.
Still in the hand.
10 seconds.
Time running out. Armor here.
Defeat. Play of the game.
Before we get to the news, Donald Trump gave a press conference right before we started taping, which means it's time for Breaking Crazy. President Trump this afternoon gave a press conference that can only be described as clinically insane. You know that list of side effects at the end of a pharmaceutical ad? He apparently has all of them. He said, among other things, that there were very fine people on both sides of the events in Charlottesville. He asked if people on the left have any guilt that the white supremacists became violent, and then he said this.
Many of those people were there to protest the taking down of the statue of Robert E. Lee. So, this week it's Robert E. Lee. I noticed that Stonewall Jackson's coming down. I wonder, is it George Washington next week? And is it Thomas Jefferson the week after? You know, you really do have to ask yourself, where does it stop?
Where does it stop? Buddy, we've been asking ourselves that question since January. Normally when someone is talking that level of crazy, Batman crashes through the ceiling and punches him. Trump is like a bad waitress in a crafty diner who's trying to get fired so she can go to a concert.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in. Stick to the plan. And if you get into trouble, I'll bail you out.
I always dreamed of the day we would fight together.
Wanting a better life for you was all I ever dreamed of.
Fly casual.
Attack commences in 30 seconds.
Once
I have your back.
No more messing around.
Clearing the area.
I'm ready to kill.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine.
Five, four, three,
Children, behave.
1. Attack commencing. Capture objective A.
This will help. Go. I'll keep you here. Watching your back. I've seen worse. You're going to live.
Clearing the area.
You're not going anywhere.
I have your back.
The noose
Heal up.
Where were we?
I will keep you healed.
I am taking the objective. Join me. I claim the objective.
Name.
Contact.
You look tired. Go to sleep.
I can read your every move.
Need healing.
Being enough.
There is no.
Get back in the fight.
Rocket barrage.
You're powered up. Get in there.
Systems at max.
Reacting ability. Moving.
The enemies of no one can
Taking
hide
the objective.
from my
Support
sight.
requested. You're going to be okay. I'm on fire.
Everyone get on the objective.
Objective A captured.
Is there yet?
Escort the payload.
Escorting the payload.
Marked by the dragon.
Get here.
Simple geometry.
It's just a scratch. You'll be fine. Securing the payload. Ahlan?
Hello.
Ahlan? Name. Hello.
Moving.
3, 2, 1. 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2, 1. 2,
kill.
I'm not ready to hang it up. This will help.
Incoming! Cover! Can we hurry this up? We got a whole day of shooting ahead.
Being in hand.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Moving the payload, and nothing's going to stop us.
The enemies of the will be eliminated. Behind
Walk it off.
Thank you.
You're covered. I am your back. Get you in.
Thank you.
The enemy is here.
This will
No
help.
one can hide from my sight.
You're going to be okay.
Get the payload moving.
I've got you in my sights. I've got you in my sights.
My team still needs me. Watching your back. Hello there. You're going to be okay.
I am ready to unleash the
Ready
dragon.
and feast. Escorting the payload. Bedtime. This will only hurt. When me on the wedding, I will keep you behind you. Walk it off. Wait, 60 seconds. Go. I'll keep you healed. Nano boost is ready. Get in there and I'll hit you. Restoring your health.
30 seconds remaining.
No power down. Get in there. That's much better.
10 seconds remaining.
Time is running out on that.
Escorting the
Must
payload.
move the payload.
Let's try that again.
Play of the game.
Justice
You're powered
reigns
up.
from
Get in there.
above.
Double kill. Triple kill. Epic.
Someone needs to show how it's done.
Let's go away. Sorry, guys.